Your hands should be like they are taking out the...
Ripping the shirt.
Yes.
Okay, so kind of...
Like this, and then your right shoulder should be further. Yes, exactly. And your left shoulder, could you do this movement? Yes, exactly. It's perfect. It's perfect. Are you okay?
Yes.
Could you take out a little bit more? Yes, so I can see more your shoulder. That's, yes, I think that's...
Even more?
Work. No. It's fine. It's perfect. Just let me know if you need a break. It's completely fine.
Well, if the position is okay, it's probably not a good position. So it needs to be a bit uncomfortable.
If it's not uncomfortable, then won't be very worthy for the painting. No, it's very like twist. So.
Are you going just without any medium, just going straight?
Yes, yeah. Only all color.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have this ground I made of light and shadow, so I have kind of a map.
Yeah.
To know a little bit how to work. What is light, what is shadow, where should be the shoulder. Her upper part is a little bit smaller than mine, so I have to adapt it.
Yeah.
As the structure I have determined before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your left shoulder a little bit far away from me.
Further away.
Yes.
The same one.
Yes, there. Yes, great. Thank you. So I think that when you are using more than one model for one figure, then you have to negotiate a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have draw a structure, but then the shapes change. So you have to adapt the new shapes to the old structure.
So is there anything, I mean it would obviously vary for each case, but is there anything that you could say as a general principle about how, I mean, would you use something that is on her quite different from your own upper body, or would you not try to paint in something which is too dissimilar to yourself?
Well, it's very difficult to find the same. I mean, I think it's impossible to find the same upper part of my body in another person, so we'll change.
No, but I mean, if it's very different, is it a limit to like how different you would make it?
Well, I will follow the shapes. Where is the shoulder? How the clavicle works with the shoulder, and how the clavicle goes to the neck, and what is happening with the neck when it gets to the head, and I will adapt that. What I see on the model, I will try to adapt that in the painting.
Yeah.
So, for example, in here, where is the neck, I will follow the light and shadow that I can see in this connection between the jaw and the
jaw and
the jaw, yes,
yeah.
and the muscle, and see where it ends. Where is the...
So you looked at the eye, looked at her eye, and then down you found that one, and then you just switch your eye for her eye, and then do the same thing there.
Try to unify what I have and what I see now. Because won't be exactly the same, but it shouldn't matter very much. But I think that it's good to have Kristine as a model, because then I can have a guide on what is going on without having to move myself all the time.
Yeah, it's easier to have that position over a longer period of time.
Yes, are you okay, Kristine?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
Hardest thing is not say anything.
If she stops talking, then you have to ask
What's wrong with the
how it's
Kristine
going
today?
on.
And you're still going very thin, sort of getting to know the different parts there. Or
Yes, I don't want to work thicker until I have something that I like, because then it will be very difficult to correct what I've done. As in the very beginning, it's that I work very, very thin, as if it were a ink.
Yeah, so it's still a question of structure and placement, correct placement.
So here is the neck.
But this now is all a question of getting a better description of the body. I mean, you wouldn't be a point in using features from the face, or
How? What do you say? Sorry.
this is all about placing the body. I mean, there wouldn't be a purpose in using anything from the face, or
Measuring with the face, you mean?
no, or using traits from the face that would be too different
Yes.
from yourself. Yeah.
Yes, I mean for the portrait I will use my face. Yes. Yes, but I also think that it's interesting to mix both. Maybe I can, but I could, but not this time. It will be very complicated to do that now.
Are you thinking? Yeah. What's your idea of? A bit premature to ask, I guess, then, because it's still a question of focusing on the placement. But she's outside. Would you later and think about? How would you get colors that are realistic outside? Would you somehow try to manipulate the colors so that she doesn't appear to be inside a room, but actually outside, and how the light works there?
It's a very good question. I don't know if I have an answer for that now.
It's a bit premature. Thank you for checking out this video from the School of Apelles. To watch the full video and access our premium library, go to caveofapelles.com/subscribe and become a $10 patron. That's caveofapelles.com/subscribe.